I grew up in the inner city in Philadelphia, New York, and Miami, and Washington, D.C. There were neighborhoods we were told we weren't allowed to go into for our own safety. And so it was kind of like that. Except if I wanted to go into those neighborhoods in New York, I could get on a train and go, and nobody's going to stop me. In Israel, if you want to go to one of those neighborhoods, you have to go through a checkpoint, and if you don't have military business there, you get turned back. The other thing that happens if you're an Israeli and you go into the West Bank or you try to go in, and if you get in there and something happens to you, like you trip and you sprain your ankle, your insurance is canceled by the Israeli government. And so you're no longer covered by insurance because they want to make sure that you don't go there. And they want to make sure you don't go there partly for safety issues, because people do, in very small numbers, get kidnapped. It happens. Very small numbers. In fact, it's safer to be in the Middle East, in Israel or in Palestine, than it is to be in Detroit. But people forget, because all you hear is news media about stuff happening. You're physically safer going to Israel and to the West Bank than you are getting on a train or a plane and going to Detroit, downtown Detroit. So you have to kind of think about what we hear and what we know only from a distance, which is very different from being there. The other reason that they don't want them to go is because the less contact you have with your neighbor, the less you know about them, the more that you can be afraid of them, the more that you can not understand them and think and be kind of taught to what people want you to know about them rather than who they really are. Because if, like I did in 1978, lived with a Palestinian family for a week, and all of a sudden they're no longer strangers to me, even this one family, it's very different from Israelis who have grown up living across the street from a border wall where they can't see the people on the other side and have never met them and don't know what their life is like because they can't see it. It is a really kind of an amazing shift in culture when you go from this open, easy, I can get into anybody's car, to if you cross this line, we're cutting off your insurance because we don't want you, while you're there, because we don't want you going there.